Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Techie Code Buddy. I hope you are doing extremely well and your placement preparation is also going well. Well guys, first of all, if you are new to this channel or haven't subscribed this channel till now, then do consider subscribing this channel as this really motivates me to make more such content for you and for your placement preparation. Right? So in this video, we are going to solve some latest questions which are asked in Accenture exam. So let's get started with the video. Okay, so first of all, let me take the pen and this is the first question from pseudo quotes. Okay, so in the very first line, there are three integers P, P, Q, Q, R, R. Let me change the color of ink. We will take red color. Okay, yeah. Now, we have to assign some values to P, P, then Q, Q, and then R, R. Alright, then in the third line, what we are doing? We are performing an operation which is addition operation, right? R, R value is 7 plus PP value is 0. So PP value will be updated to 7 only, right? Now here again we will update the value of P. Now RR value was 7 and this is the bitwise AND. So we need to convert integer into binary first of all. Okay, then cap or we can say bitwise OR, then RR is 7. So this is the bitwise AND. So we need to convert it into binary, right? So 7 binary code will be according to 8421. This is the shortcut trick to convert any integer into binary, right? So to convert 7 into binary, what we will do? We will add 4 plus 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7. So we will mark these positions as 1 and 8 will be 0 only. Okay, so this is the code for 7. Right, now we need to convert 4 into binary. All right, so 4 1 0 0 and 0. So we need to take AND operation. So how does AND operation work? Like if both the values are 1, then in only that case it will return us 1 and other all are 0. So 1 0 it will give us 0. 1 0 0 1 1 1 0 0 0. So what it is? It is 4 actually. So this resultant is 4, right? This is 4 XOR 7. Again, we need to take the XOR operations of 4 and 7. So we need to convert them into binary. Then we will have the result. So 4 is like 0, 1, 0, 0 and 7 is 1, 1, 1. Now, how does XOR work? XOR works if both the values are same, then in that case it will return us 0. And if both the values are different, so in that case it will return us 1. So here both the values are different, so it will give us 1. Both the values are different, it will give us 1. 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. So what it is? It is 2 and 1, 3. Okay, so this is 3. So the P value is now 3. P value is now 3. Now, coming on to this line, if in the if block, QQ and PP and RR. So what is the value of QQ? QQ was 6 and PP here updated, it is 3 and RR is RR value was 7, all right, is less than RR and QQ. So 7 and QQ was 6, right? So again, these are bitwise operators. So we need to convert them into binary. Then we will having the result and then we will compare and then we will check whether the if condition is true or false. First of all, let me make some space for you so that it will be more understandable. All right. So first of all, we will take 6 and 3. So what is the value of 6 in binary? So it will be 1 1 0 and here 0 and 3 1 1 and 0 0. All right. Now let's check 0 1 and we are taking AND 0 1 0 1 1 1 1 0 0 0. So it is 2 and then 7. So 7 is 1 1 1 and here is 0. So it will give us 0 1 0 0. So what it is? It is 2. So 2 is less than 7 and 6. So 7 is 0 1 1 1 and 6 is uh, this one. Now take the end 1 0 0 1 1 1 1 1 1 0. So what it is? It is 6. So 2 is less than 6. So the condition is true. We will come into the if part. Again we need to check for the condition and the condition if QQ XOR PP. So what is the value of Q? 6 XOR PP. PP value was here 3, right? Because PP was updated is less than RR plus QQ. So RR value was 7 plus QQ value was 6, right? So 6 dot 3. So first of all, let's convert them into binary, then check. So 0 1 1 0 and 0 0 1 1. So it will be 1 0 1 0. Why? Because both the values are different, so it will give us 1, and here both the values are same, so it will give us 0. Why? Because this is XOR operation. So what it is actually, it is 5, right? So 5 is less than 13. So this condition is again true. We will come into the if part and we will update the value of R. Why 3 plus 1? That means 4 XOR PP. PP value was 3. So 4 XOR 3. So 4 value is 0 1 0 0. 3 is 0 0 1 1. So let's take. So it will be 1 1 1 and 0. So it is 7. Alright. So this is 7. RR value is now 7. Here end of if, end of if. Print PP plus QQ plus RR. So what is the value of PP? PP was last updated, so it is 3 plus QQ. QQ never been updated, so it is 6 plus RR. RR was updated here, so it is 7. And 7 and 6, it will be 13. 13 plus 3, it will be 16. So 16, option number D will be the correct answer over here. So I hope it makes sense. I hope it is clear to you. So let's move on to the next question now. So the next question is, there are three integers PQR and we are setting some values to them. Now here in this, we need to check for the condition. Alright, if Q, XOR P, XOR R. So what is the value of Q? Q is 6, XOR P. P is 9, XOR R. R is 10. Is greater than R XOR Q. So R is 10, XOR Q. Q is 6. Alright, so first of all, we need to convert them into binary. Then we will check whether the condition is true or false. So let's convert them. So what is the binary code of 6? 8, 4, 2, 1. So it will be 1, 1, 0 and 0 here. 9, it will be like this. Okay, so first of all, it takes the XOR 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. So it is, okay, so 1, 1, 1, 1, that means 15 and then 10. So 10 will become like this. Again take XOR. So 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 0. So what it is? It is 5 only. So 5 is greater than 10 or 6. So what is the binary code of 10? So this is 1010 and 6 is 110. 000 110 011 and 101. So what it will be? 8 and 4 12. So 5 is greater than 12. So this condition is false. We will come out of the if part. We will check for this condition now. Right? If Q is or 6, so Q value is 6 or 6 or 8 is greater than P is or 4, right? So P value is 9 or 4. So let me make some space. So 6 or 6. So what it will become? It will become 6 is this only. So both the values are same. So it will become 0, so 0 or 8. So whenever we try to find out the XOR with 0, so the other value will never be affected. So it will be same only. So 8 is greater than 9 or 4. So what is the binary code of 9? It is 1001 and 4 is 100. Now let's take the XOR operation of this. So 1010000111 So what it will become? 8421. So third 12 and 113. So it will become 13, right? It will become 13. So 8 is greater than 13. So the condition is false again. We will directly come here and print P plus Q plus R. So what is the value of P? P is 9 plus Q is 6 plus R is 10. So it will become 16 plus 9. So it will become 25. So 25. Why? Because both of the if conditions was wrong, or we can say false. So the control will not go into the if part and it will directly go onto the print statement and it will print the actual values of P plus Q plus R. That means 25 will be printed over here. I hope it makes sense. I hope it is clear to you. So let's move on to the next question now. All right. So the next question is, here are three integers again. We are setting some values. Here is a condition in if part. So what is the condition? The condition is R plus P. So what is the value of R? R is 5 plus Q. Q was 4 is less than q minus r. So 4 minus r is 5, or p is greater than q. So p is 8 is greater than 4. All right. So first of all, we will find out that either this or this. Why? Because this is or, and in or, if any of the condition is true, or if any of the part is true, so the whole condition will become true. So whether this part or this part is true, then the whole condition will consider as true. So here we can see that it will be 5 plus 4 is 9 is less than minus 1, or 8 is greater than 4. So this condition is true. So any of the condition is true, so it will consider as true. So this condition is true. So q value will be updated to q and 8. So q is 4 and 8 and r. Okay. And this is the bitwise operator. So we need to convert them into binary first. So 4 is 0, 1, 0, 0. 8 is this one, right? So let's take the end of this. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. So it will become 0, 0 and 5. So it will become again 0 only, right? So q value is updated to 0. Now print p plus q plus r. So p value was 8 plus q value was 0 plus r is 5. So 8 and 5 will become 13, and 13 will be the answer for this question. I hope it makes sense. I hope it is clear to you. So let's move on to the next question now. All right. So the next question. Okay, so the next question, integer p, p, q, q, r, r, and there are some values. Now there is a condition. If 5 plus 8, that means 13, is less than 7 plus q, that means 7 plus q value is 2. Alright, so 7 and 2 will be 9. So 13 is less than 9. So this condition is false, right? So we will directly come into the else part. And in the else part, first of all, we need to check for a condition. If pp plus qq, so pp value was 1 plus qq was 2 minus rr is 8, is less than rr plus pp. So rr is 8 plus pp, p is 1. So it will become 3 minus 8 is less than 9. So of course it will be in the negative, and this will be 5 is less than 9. So the condition is true, and we will come here in the if part. pp value will be updated to pp plus rr. So what was the value of pp is 1 plus rr is 8. So it will become 9. So this is the updated value of pp. Now here is the end of if. Now we need to update the value of r. So it will become pp and rr. So pp value was 9 from here, and rr. This is the bitwise end. So first of all, we need to convert them into binary. Remember it, right? Rr value is 8, right? Plus pp. pp is again 9. So 9 and 8. So let's convert them into binary. So 16, 8, 4, 2, 1. Now what is the code for 9? 9. Okay, so it will be 1, 1, and here is 0, 0. 8 is 1, 0, 0, 0. All right, now end. So 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. So it will become 8 only. 8 plus 9 will become 17. So R value is now 17 from here. Here is the end of if, and at the line number 15, we need to print PP plus QQ plus RR. So PP value was 9 plus QQ value was never been updated. So it is 2 only, and RR was updated to 17. So it will become 9 and 2 will become 11. 11 plus 17. 7 and 1, 8 and 2. So 28. So option number D. 28 will be the correct answer for this question. I hope it makes sense. So let's move on to the next question now. Now, the next question is here are three integers a, b, c, and we are setting some values to them. Again, in the if part, we need to check for a condition b plus c. So b is 2 plus 9 is greater than c minus b. So c is 9 minus 2. So 2 plus 9 will become 11, and it will become 7. So the condition is true. We will again come into the if part, and we will update the value of c by a plus a. So it will become 2. C value will become 2. And from here, we will again come into the if part, and 7 plus 3 is 10 is less than 6 plus a. So 6 plus a. A value was 1. So it will become 7. So 10 is less than 7. So the condition is false. We will directly jump out here at the print part. A plus b plus c. So a is 1 plus b is 2 plus c is 2. So it will become 5. So option number A, 5 will be the correct answer for this question. I hope it makes sense. So we can move on to the next question now. So yeah, let's move on to the next question. Now the questions are from MS applications and common applications and MS Office and cloud and network security, right? So the first question is identify the application from the given icon. So this is the icon. Now you need to find out the that this application. Okay, so this is Google Assistant. Everyone knows it, I hope. So let's move on to the next question now. Next question is which of the following application have a conditional formatting option? MS Excel, Paint, MS Word, or MS PowerPoint. So the conditional formatting options is available in MS Excel. Now where I'm reading on the home tab of Excel in the styles group, click the arrow next to the conditional formatting and click highlight rule in cells. Okay, so this is the answer of this question. Now the question is find the odd one out. WinRAR, Windows, 7-zip or WinZip. I know the pic is little bit blur, but I'm reading it. Find the odd one out. WinRAR, Windows, 7-zip or WinZip. WinZip. So odd one out is Windows here because Windows is an operating system and others are file archiving tools or file formatting tools like that, right? And Windows is the operating system, and other operations can perform on Windows. Okay, so Windows is odd one out here. So let's move on to the next question now. The next question is in PowerPoint, an action button can perform the assigned action when the action button is clicked or when the action button is simply pointed at. So in PowerPoint, if an action button is clicked, then only the action will perform. So only option number one, option number B will be correct answer for this question, right? So let's move on to the next question now. The next question is which of the following is the purpose of using data defragmentation? So you have learned it in operating system and you are very well familiar with it. So you have to give the answer of this question in the comment section. I am giving you as a homework, right? Now let's move on to this question. Now drop cap in MS Word is used for which of the following effect? So drop cap means like one letter is that much big and it will covering all the letters like this, and from here the paragraph is written over there like this way, in this way. Okay, this is drop cap. Here L is drop cap symbol, right? I hope it makes sense. So yeah, let's move on to the next question. The next question is in MS PowerPoint, which of the following is the default pointer type? So in MS PowerPoint, arrow pointer is the default pointer type. Now, in Gmail, which of the following icon is used to report an email as spam? Or we can say where we get spam mails. So, whenever we see in Gmail, like there is a octagonal shape, like this, and there is a exclamation mark. So, option number B, or we can say 2. This is the symbol of spam emails, right? So, let's move on to the next question now. Next question is in MS Word, you can insert a page number in header or footer. In MS Word, we can add either in header as well as in footer. So both of the first and second option are true. Now, in TCP/IP model, which of the following protocol is used on transport layer? FTP, ARP, UDP, or DNS. So in TCP/IP model on transport layer, we use UDP protocol. What is the full form of this? User datagram protocol, right? Now what is the responsibility of this protocol? So it is responsible for ensuring uh, it is responsible for ensuring the communication, error checking, and data integrity between applications on devices, access, and network, right? So yeah, let's move on to the next question. The next question is which of the following layer of OSI model adds logical addresses of the sender and receiver? Data link layer, network layer, transport layer, or session layer. So logical addresses are added by network layer, which is layer number 3rd in the OSI model. There are 7 layers. Okay, so network layer is the 3rd layer. Now let's move on to the next question. The next question is, which of the following type of error occurs in both parallel and serial communication system? So all of the mentioned option, multiple errors, single bit error, burst error, all the kinds of errors occur in the both parallel and serial communication. Now, what is the explanation of this? You can read out the explanation from here. I got this from ChatGPT. Okay. So this is the explanation of the previous question. So yeah, that's all for today from my side. I hope all the questions are clear to you. But still you have doubts, then for sure you can ask me on the Telegram or on the Instagram or in the comment section. So we will meet in the next video. Till then, bye bye and take care.